The city of Baltimore is taking a huge step toward closing the digital divide. We'll talk with one of the people playing a key role in the effort in just a moment, but first some background.
And then we have our big topics down here on this side.
It's state-of-the-art technology, high-speed internet access, and all at a price public housing residents like Karen Ayiloge can afford.
Because I had some credit issues that I need to straighten out. They say, no, it's a chance for you to rebuild your credit.
Ayiloge is the first city resident to benefit from Baltimore's new Connected Communities, Connected City Technology Initiative.
Realizing that all the wiring in the world won't do a lick of good unless our citizens actually have access to affordable personal computers.
Under the program, public housing residents receive free computer training, low-interest loans, and access to the Baltimore Beehive, a web portal that includes everything from career counseling to homework tutorials, a key selling point for Ayiloge, whose two daughters joined her at the press conference.
It can help me with my reading and math.
I want them to achieve in their education. And a lot of times, sometimes their work is beginning to come home that's a little bit above me. So I figured if I do have that tool constantly in my home, there's no reason why they shouldn't succeed.
The program is based on a model designed by Washington-based One Economy. The firm has similar operations in a half-dozen cities, providing internet access to low-income residents.
And joining me now to talk about connected communities, connected cities, is Alec Ross. He's Senior Vice President of One Economy Corporation. Alex, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Talk about how this program got started and the need that you were trying to address.
Sure. The need is extraordinary, Terry. This is a really big deal. 8 out of the 10 fastest growing jobs in America are technology based. So you got to give Martin O'Malley a lot of credit. He spent the last 5 years using technology to make sure that Baltimore is a safer city through CityStat and what have you. And this past week what he's done is he's worked to ensure that technology is affordable, accessible, and useful to Baltimore citizens regardless of which community you grow up in.
So take a step back and walk us through this program and who's expected to benefit from it.
Sure. The primary beneficiaries are people living in public housing in Baltimore. However, anybody in the Baltimore region can go to www.baltimorebeehive.org to get much needed tools and resources to help them improve their lives. There are essentially 3 pieces to the program. The first is an executive order issued by the mayor that brings broadband, meaning high-speed internet connectivity, into the homes of people who live in subsidized rental housing. The second part of the program is, now that you have the high-speed internet connectivity in your home, is there's a computer purchase assistance program if you live in public housing. And the third part of the program is a bold move by the mayor, which is extremely important, through which he's brought 2 of his agencies, the Small Business Agency and the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, online onto BaltimoreBeehive.org.
Talk about the difference this program has made in other cities.
Oh, it's been extraordinary. More than 8 million people to date have enrolled in these programs in cities around the world, 3 continents and 30-plus states. So for Martin O'Malley to bring this into Baltimore, what he's essentially doing is opening up the opportunities of the 21st century to people from all communities in the city.
Any idea how many people are expected to qualify for this program?
Sure. Anybody who lives in public housing in the city of Baltimore can qualify for the program. We anticipate that hundreds will take advantage of the computer acquisition program. Thousands will benefit from the home-based broadband program, and tens of thousands will take advantage of BaltimoreBeehive.org.
And talk about the satisfaction you've been able to derive from this personally.
Oh, this is a big deal for me. I used to be a teacher in Baltimore City Public Schools, and I knew my first year of teaching, the one time during the school week that the children would behave would be when I gathered them up and we would go downstairs into the computer lab. There's something about this generation of young people. It doesn't matter where you're from. There's something very intuitive about the use of technology where they can make a computer dance.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.